Hello everyone, this is Monster Tamer Bloba coming at you with another Kindred Fates video. This time we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite killing machine, Salamurder. To start things off, let's get right in to get some guessing about type. I feel based on what we know and have seen of Salamander so far, he's probably not going to be a water type, as he seems far too slow and doesn't show off any water type moves or any combos. But on the other hand, he does show some dark type moves that we see here. I think that the dark type will fit his overall theme better, and I think that's what we're going to be talking about next. I was able to talk to Andrew from Sky Mill. Thank you for that again, Andrew. He's the community manager over at the Kindred Fates Discord. And he was able to give me a small bit of information about Salamurder, stating that he was inspired by Japanese giant salamanders, but with a grim, dark twist. And of course, I had to dig up everything I could find about Japanese giant salamanders after hearing this. I found that they're the third largest mammal in the world and could grow up to 5 feet long. This fits with Salamander being rather large in the trailer. Another thing showing that they might be a dark type rather than water type is the fact that the Japanese giant salamander is restricted due to its large size and lack of gills to flowing water where oxygen is abundant. Right? The lack of gills there hints at maybe not being a water type, but maybe having a water lean. And also the fact they're almost entirely nocturnal leads me to believe that it's very likely they're going to be a dark type with a water type lean. As for what the grim dark twist could be, I think that maybe the eyes we see on the outside are not Salamurder's real eyes, but rather, in fact, a decoy to its real eyes, and the real eyes are things we see inside of its mouth. I may go as far to say the thing inside of its mouth is its real body, and the larger body we see on the outside is more like a shell or armor. I've heard Umberto Bjorn say in his tier list video he thinks Salamurder is really some kind of parasite. I'm thinking I'm going to start agreeing with him on that. On the subject of evolutions, I asked Andrew about them and whether or not Salamurder would be a single tree or a multi-tree. And he said he would lean towards him being part of a bigger tree because there's not going to be too many singles, but he didn't know for sure and it was only a guess. But since this is the only thing we have to go on, I'm going to run with it. I think that if he's going to be part of a tree, he will likely be the last line of the tree. Maybe his earlier lines could either be parasites inside of him or being something closer to a normal salamander that gets corrupted or infected somehow evolves to the dark type that we see now. As for moves, I've already seen him use a ranged attack and a melee attack that looks like it has some kind of dark energy base around it. When threatened, the giant Japanese salamander can excrete a strong-smelling milky substance with a heavy odor. So maybe we could see something about Salamurder having something similar that works maybe as a debuff, lowering his opponent's attack or defense or something, or poison that would do some damage over time, which this would lead even more to him being a dark type or water type, as dark types specialize in debuffs. As another side note, Japanese salamanders, giant salamanders, have been the subject of legend and an artwork in Japan and played a role in the legend of the Kappa. Without getting too off track, the Kappa was known to eat people's souls, so Salamurder may have something to do with this in his lore as well, and maybe some move that could reflect this. As what the Phantom could look like, I did a little bit of digging about a festival, and I found there's a festival every year in Japan to honor the Japanese giant salamander and celebrate its life. And there's a belief that even if ripped in half, they continue to survive, and there are 2 giant salamander floats, a dark male and a red female. Salamurder, as we see him, already looks pretty dark, so maybe his phantom form could be based off of this red salamander float from the festival, possibly. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about Salamurder today. So thank you guys for watching, and a huge shout out for Andrew for hooking me up with this awesome info. You're great, amazing community manager. But if you guys like the video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It lets me know that you guys like what I do and want me to keep making more of it. This has been Monster Tamer Bloba signing off, and I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.